What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be getting into 5 to 10 minute sketches. This is something I do when I warm up a lot. I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to open up my app Procreate. You already see the layout of a lot of the images I have. Anatomy, felines, canidae, or dog, wolves, bears, stuff like that. We'll go ahead and just hit this plus button in the top right corner. I'm going to go to 8 by 10 high res on the side, on the bottom, right? Open this up, you'll see my background layer naturally is a gray, it's not a white. I have blue set to a color. I was using this earlier using the thumbnail for the video I just last uploaded. So I'll pick this far bottom right. And so I got my handy dandy Apple Pencil here. I don't use a aftermarket stylus. I don't use a grip on it. I just keep it bone stock. Go ahead and hit I was using the medium brush earlier. So I'm going to go to sketching up here. I actually do have more, if you can see. A lot of these I paid for, whether they were free or not. These tattoo ones, they were free, and I don't like them. But I'm going to go ahead and go back to sketching, and I use this line detail chalk. I use peppermint, but I like to do a lot of lay-in stuff with line detail, and I just like the way it feels. I am going to be set to about anywhere between the 8 to 10%. I like the way I get these strokes, right? I like the way I get my strokes. So what I use for reference images, because I can't do what I would normally do, which is look at it either on my phone, which I'm recording, or another monitor of some sort, I'll go ahead and just use Pinterest, right? And then I'll put it on the other side of the iPad, make it small. I've been looking up all kinds of crap lately. Dogs, cats, portraits. What are we going to look at? See, I don't even like cats, although I drew one. I don't even know what to draw. Let's draw animals. Now, these aren't supposed to look. Let's draw this. What the heck is this? Yep, let's draw this quick cat. Now, I'm not trying to make this cat look anything crazy realistic or anything like that. I just want to be able to get my shoulder, my wrist, and mainly my eyes warmed up. To me, drawing is about how I see, not how I actually put lines on papers or lines on whatever medium. It's what I see. If I'm not able to translate what I see in one area to another, there's something wrong there, right? Now, of course, I get it. You can sit there, close your eyes, and draw. But I need to be able to feel that. If I'm looking at the shape wrong, if I'm looking at the angle wrong, I'm going to physically draw it wrong. So that's how I do it. So I see this cat. Let's start off with this little cat. One thing a lot of people like to do is kind of scale their drawing to see if I wanted the cat to fit this whole painting or digital painting, whatever, I would do it like that. If I wanted the cat to be smaller on it, then I would go ahead and enhance this. But I'm going to go ahead and just keep it roughly where I can see the same size. I always start off with a circle. So no glove. I do have a glove, I just don't know where it went, and clearly I don't need it. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of do a really rough circle. I learned that from just watching and seeing Aaron Blaze do a lot of that stuff. He gets really, really loose and rough with his drawings. Right, so this obviously is going to be the nose, right, that I'm doing right here. Kind of comes down a little bit. So felines have this very distinct nose pattern that they have, right? And if this looks nothing like a cat when I'm done with it, that's going to suck, right? Probably going to be some dude over here to tell me, that doesn't look like a cat. Yeah, but where's your freaking cat at? You know what I mean? I had some nonsense. It's always funny too when you get somebody who you piss off or whatever, and I'm guilty of it too. But when people post comments on other videos, so whoever's watching this probably could care less about art and more about, care less about firearms and more about art. You could actually do both, because that's actually what I do, right? I post content a lot about firearms, more so than anything, but art is what I actually do more of. I just don't post it a lot because maybe it was like a warm-up, kind of like what I'm doing right now, just to see if I can get a quick likeness or capture that. So this nose already feels too big, but I'm going to keep working with it. just to see what happens. Maybe it's right. I've done that before. I've second guessed myself on, certain pieces and or the anatomy. So I'm looking right at this eye right here on this cat, and of course they have this like little crazy little pupil that I'll get to in a little bit. Now these are supposed to be 5 to 10 minutes, and if I was to go straight up from that pupil, right, straight up from that pupil, I will see the hair, like the soft hair that's coming off here, right, and then maybe that. I'm gonna go ahead and just move this down a little bit. I see this angle coming off, and don't get me wrong, I do this sometimes, and I'm like, well, what the heck did I end up doing? Like, what in the actual hell happened to my drawing, right? And that muzzle on this cat, kind of don't like it, but then again, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of rough in the angle, regardless of lip placement and any of that stuff. Once again, studying that eye, using that eye as a reference. If I was to come down in this area right here, in like the tear duct area of this creature, and go straight down, at what point would I, start to see so hopefully people are starting to be able to understand what I do. Let me get this eraser tool out. Hopefully it looks like a cat a little bit. Right, I want the dude who was talking trash about my AR-15 video to come and comment on this. Like, that looks totally nothing like a cat, bro. Dogs all day. He literally got so pissed off because I made a reaction video to a stupid ass video about AR-15s and how they'll get you killed. And I was like, now that original video will get you killed. Honestly, and then part of me is saying it'll only get you killed if you're gullible enough to believe it. The most modern sporting rifle and the most common rifle you'll find in the U.S. will get you killed because of a couple stats from some general and a colonel in the army. I was like, come on, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, cuz. Let me get my brush a little bigger. I think my brush is like an airbrush. Yeah, medium airbrush. I do like to get in here and kind of clean up some stuff. To me, it's starting to look cat-like. If it's not a full cat yet, that's fine. But it's starting to look cat-like, and I can start to kind of come in here and give it some of those rounded features or whatever. If there's a certain part of the creature that I'm not feeling, I don't instantly kind of come in here and try and draw a cat. Right? I come in here and draw shapes of what I see on this cat, and then I try and pay attention to that. So right here is the tear duct area, and this right here is like the edge, right? And this is what I'm about to get into, that little section right here. Once again, 5 to 10 minute drawings. I'm not trying to do too much. I already think it looks weirder now than it did before. So if I see this nose, and then I see this part right here, this really dark S-shape looking thing, I will go ahead and see where it's at on the nose, right? And then I see that it kind of angles up towards the eye, right around here, and comes down. Right, now I'm just going to leave that there as a placement. I definitely see like a U shape underneath it. Get rid of some of these these lines. See these whiskers. They kind of arc down. That one comes down. This one kind of goes straight. This one's very faint. And then let's go ahead and see about doing this. Looking at that eye, using that eye for reference still. Let's go ahead and see if I can get this body built out just a little bit. What else is it? Okay, so behind the ear, all the way down, is mostly in shadow, right? And so the back of the ear to try and give it some volume. Let me go ahead and it's funny too. I think I already posted a damn video of a cat, and if I didn't say that already, I did. And like I said, I really don't care for cats. Although my favorite animal is a lion, which so happens to be a cat. When I think of cat, I think of this thing, like tabby cats, house cats, right? I wonder why we don't call them house dogs. But that's my view on these type of creatures. While they are beautiful creatures, while they're very stealthy hunters and all the things that we like, why people own them, why people love them. It's actually why I can't stand them. Quick story, I remember I was messing with this girl one time, messing around with this girl. We were actually, I guess you can say we were dating. This was probably about 17, 18 years ago. She had a cat and didn't tell me about it, and she didn't like cats, so she says she didn't like cats. And one day a cat came over to her house and never left, right? And she just was like, oh, it was so cute and this and that. And she didn't tell me she had a cat until I found out when that thing jumped on my lap from left field, and almost lost its life, but didn't. I restrained myself. That threw me off, and I was like, yo, what the heck? And when did you like cats? And she's like, I don't, but I like this cat. And I was like, yeah, I don't. She thought I was gonna like that cat. I know this is gonna sound messed up, but we, although we were never together, we somewhat broke up a week later. And it wasn't just the cat. It was like she did the full blown bait and switch on your boy. You know what I mean? She got the cat, and then I said she looked really cute one time with her hair short, and I like longer hair. And then she shows up after the cat had already scared the creepers out of me, right? She shows up with her hair completely docked off, like straight bobbed out. And I'm like, whoa. And she was like, I've been always wanting to do this. And I'm sitting over there like, yeah, okay.
Nope.
You've been always wanting to do it ever since I told you your hair looked cute in one photo. That did not mean go out there and go get you a freaking skin fade, girl.
Nope.
Not at all. So, still kind of looking cat-like. What time am I? I don't even know. I believe I'm definitely past 5 minutes, still within the 10-minute time frame. Let's go ahead and just kind of throw some whiskers around on here. If I want to zoom in and give myself, a little placement to kind of work and give myself a little reference for these whiskers. Kind of darken underneath the lip. Excuse me. Now, of course, these would all be white, but considering, and I can actually make these white too. See, and white will show up on my background, and that's why I actually keep my background somewhat in the gray color, grayscale, because whenever I have to go darker or lighter, oh dang, those whiskers look like trash. I'm not even looking at the reference image. I saw it once, and then I just bam. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop with this one. The thumbnail you saw, I'm not drawing any of those creatures. I drew that thumbnail, or used the images I drew for the thumbnail a while ago. And then I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just compile them together. And then let's do some 5 to 10 minute sketches of some different creatures or whatnot. And yeah, so if you're looking for any of those creatures I drew, sorry, you're not going to see them. So I'm going to go ahead, open up a new layer, go ahead and hit the plus sign there, go ahead and get the not the minus, but the check mark, so I don't want to see it. And you can see over here it says hide layer. Now I'm drawing on layer number 2. Let's pick something else. Let's pick, dang, why are they all cats? Hyena. Hyena, octopus. Good God. What's up with Buddy? Oh, I can easily, oh, and I'm just saying, easily draw it. But if I drew it and it looked jacked up, it looks jacked up already. So let's roll with that. Okay, so for starters, I'm going to go ahead and start with that same damn circle that I always start with, no matter what it is. If I'm drawing a box, I'm probably going to start with a circle for some reason. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just put that. I know it's egghead shape. It kind of looks like me with this beanie right here. And I'm going to draw across the brow ridge eye line type thing, just like that. Below it, I'm going to kind of do another one. This is where the top of that, the dark spot of its nose would be at. And I see the shape more like a, right, so a hexagon, right, a little six-sided shape. Now, I know this is not at all probably what you're seeing, because as of right now, it's just a whole bunch of mess. I'm going to do that. There's a lot of shapes, right? Hexagons, straight lines, ovals, circles, even bigger circles / ovals. Hopefully it's obvious what this part right here would be, but I'll go ahead and tell you. It's the eye. And then I will give, alright, so and just to kind of help me out, right, I will look at these eyebrows and I see how they kind of have a distinct upward triangular sort of shape to them. Now, I wouldn't be doing as heavy of a line weight, as you can see, and if you don't know what line weight is, when I'm taking my stylus over here and I'm actually doing this, let me just kind of show you. If I zoom in and then I draw slow or press really hard, I can actually make it darker, right? And so that's kind of what I mean by line weight. If you want to make something thick or thin, put more pressure or go over it again, because I don't have my opacity set to full strength. As you can see down here, it's at 69. Didn't do that on purpose either. I just kind of drag it around to the point where I kind of like it and see what happens with that. Alright, so that's going to be the center of the face. I'm looking at the eyes, the orbital bone, where I can kind of see, and this cheekbone. It looks like this cheekbone off the side of this thing's muzzle would be kind of something like this, maybe. Dang, this dude looks like my homeboy Copy. I hope Copy never sees this. He got into an accident one time and then he had a glass eye. And then we've always been clowning him ever since that. But he got a pretty nice freaking settlement. Alright. I'm not even keeping track of time. This is probably gonna look nothing like a hyena, let alone this hyena when I'm done. Okay, so the bottom of it, I'm trying to do some quick visual without doing any art type measurements. I'm just kind of looking real quick, and so from the top of that dark spot of the nose to the bottom of the upper lip, I'm trying to just say, okay, that looks like it could be the same distance from the bottom of that lip to the bottom of the lower mandible. And I'm just kind of looking at it, and then kind of going down here again. And I'm going to kind of come upwards with the, the UV shape. Now remember, this is not me actually doing any sort of measurements. This is merely a drill. This is one way that I like to warm up before I actually start to study an image and get into it. I wouldn't say that you should do what I'm doing. I'm just telling you this is what I'm doing. And some people do the same, right? If I was able to draw where people started paying me, which they have, for certain images, I'm not going to say that makes me a professional and I don't need anybody's criticism, because that's not at all what I'm getting at. I'm just saying this: somebody likes my art because it's not the worst they've ever seen, but they sometimes just like my style. I know there's about 6 teeth here right now. I might get away with 6, I might get away with 4, I might get away with 5. And remember, this is a 5-minute sketch. I'm not trying to have it look like one of the hyenas from The Lion King. Okay, so looking at the right eye, which is the blue eye, if I was to go just off of there, I see this kind of angle at least, right? A little bite or divot in the ear, comes back up, kind of this way, and even from the eye directly up, I see it kind of hooks into this weird kind of. Yeah. This isn't looking at all like what I thought it was going to look like. It almost looks like a happy bear, or a happy dog, or a happy something. Does not look like a dang manged out, jacked up hyena like what I see. Either way, so if I wanted to do this, I can go ahead and just ish. Kind of come in here with a fatter line weight, and then use this as a like a perfectly created ellipse. I don't like to do that per se. I will sometimes. I don't. I try to just shoulder it or wrist it, right? Because that's kind of how I would draw if I was on an easel. Just kind of go in there again. Let me try and get some of the nose. All right, and once again, what do you think I see? I see another big damn circle. Gonna come over here to another circle, and let's try. Here it is, the most jacked up one I'm drawing. It probably looks nothing like it. All I had to do was jack up a dog. That's it. Like how you see that dog right there? Just draw him jacked up. And I can't even do that. Can you imagine if you had some like prissy dog, you asked for somebody to draw a portrait and they gave you something like this? Boy, dang, you'd be pissed off. Be hotter than 3 ovens right now. You could probably cook a whole meal on top of you. Come on, look more jacked up. I mean, it looks jacked up in a different way though. Okay, so from the eye, it's not very much head left. And then kind of getting rid of some of my initial circle or initial lines, just so I can get a visual. Alright, so at the top of the eye is kind of this, that there. I'm not trying to draw every crease on this thing. Back out, back in, out, and kind of wrapped up. This side of the cheek could be I'm just trying to get in here, and I would really have to study this dang creature to try and capture a really good likeness of it. Things about animals that I think is easy to draw is animals do tend to look like themselves. It may not look perfectly like it, but like to me, when you look at a dog and say, "Oh, that's this breed," it's like, well, how do you know? It's because they all look alike, right? For them, just like when someone says, "Oh, is that a this?" And you're like, yeah, sure." Um, right? But when you try and draw people, you're definitely like, bro, that doesn't look nothing like what you were trying to draw, or who you were trying to draw. It might look like a human being, but it doesn't look like that human being. And that's where you'll hear people kind of get into the. Just gonna throw a little quick reflective thing over there. I'm gonna go back to my history of that, and this eye is just straight effed. Scary looking dog. Looks like something you'd see on Resident Evil. If there's anything you'd like to see me draw, let me know. right? I am not that well. I'm not that well. I'm not that great of an artist whatsoever. I know I'm not a straight dump truck either, though. Like I said, people have paid me to draw them, draw their dogs, draw other stuff, design this. Can you design that? I've drawn a lot of tattoos. I've done a tattoo or two. So I don't think it's horrible. And then I seen what some people paid money to get tattooed on, and tragedy. So I don't feel I'm gonna use a smudge tool right here to kind of blend this all in, and just because I don't normally go for this method, but why not, right? Keeps me honest, keeps me still using it. I'm not even gonna use that full white. I'm going to use a different type of white. that looks that looks nothing like this thing. Oh man. And if it does, I definitely don't see it. I don't even see it on my own drawing. Oh wow, this dude's got water dripping everywhere. He's got a little tongue in here. You can see his tongue. Kind of go down. It has this more. Try and draw a jacked up hyena. It looks like some sort of happy puppy with a bad hair day or something, with some weird eyes. Yeah, I didn't even capture the eyes right, and that's fine, right? And this is another one of those quick 5 to 10 minute sketches with no real studying of the reference image. I just see it and go with it, and that's what it is that I was attempting to do. That's that. Like I said, I'm trying to study. If I was trying to actually study this creature, I'd kind of get down in here and start to go really light and playing with all the different features. Okay, using that eye as a quick reference, I see a little bit of an S curve, right? An S curve line right here. A bulging part of the musculature. All right, you see where I'm going with that, people? Do you see what I'm doing? Okay, high ridge backed ass dog-like creature. Okay, I'm done with that. And my last video, I know that says 5 to 10 minute sketches. I'll just do 3 of them. This video is already 28 minutes. I guarantee no one's gonna watch it. Oh, that's a cool looking African wild dog. That's a cool looking hyena. Let's do a bird. Alright, I did a cat, I did a dog. Let's do a quick bird. Ooh, wow, this thing looks almost too perfect. I'm gonna straight jack that up. There is no way I would do a bird like that. May it be. Nope. Okay, gotta stand still if I'm gonna draw you, dog. Can you imagine that? Draw a drawing or painting. Art print. That looks nice. Oh my god. Do you see this eagle? Do you people see this eagle? This eagle was the one used to do this bird on my chest. Holy crap. And then, as you can see right here, the feathers that, right? The left wing has been turned into a flag. That is the bird that was used as a reference image for my chest. And there he is again. Cool, let's just go with this one. Bald eagle. I'm going to start off with, guess what? Not a circle. I'm going to start off with a box. You guys didn't learn nothing. No, I'm just playing. Definitely going to start off with a circle. Alright, in that circle, I'm going to go ahead and see, for me, right here, I'm going to, okay, gotta feel the drawing. If I don't feel it, then I can't really just get into it. Trying to get this part of the nose, right, and then this other part of this crest. Not a crest, that's probably the wrong term. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and say that was the wrong term. This first stage of the beak. Still, no measurements. This isn't making me out to be some sort of cool dude or say I don't need measurements. It's a test of, am I able to see what I draw what I see. Sometimes I'll put too many lines on here and I'll literally get lost and I'll forget which line is anatomical or which one is straight. Just rough art sketch. That's that. Alright, this lower part of the beak. And just above that, but below this part is, I'm just gonna kind of rough, or actually I'll get the angle, at least the angle that I feel for the eye, and then I'll even kind of rough in something like that, which may not be the eye's shape whatsoever, right? But I'm not going for perfection. I'm going for a quick, if it looks like a tiger more than an eagle, then I clearly messed up somewhere, right? It's not going to matter what my measurements are at this point. If you're like, what are you drawing, a tiger? You know what I mean? Dang, I'm at 32 minutes already. Sorry, dudes. Hopefully this is somewhat entertaining. If not, oh well. you already stopped watching. I'm gonna have to watch this like 40 times just during edit. And you guys are gonna click on it and be like, dang, he's drawing a bird. Whack. I'm out. Oof. Ugh. Ugh. Damn, you're such a pretty animal too. Not as soon as I got a hold of you though. This bird's going to the upper room. Kind of looks like it's got a freaking snake head almost. Whoa. Whoa. You can see the flow of these feathers. Damn, this bird looks so pissed off. But like not in a good pissed off, like, can't believe you drew me with like a snake head, like I have fangs. I can't believe I drew an eagle with venom glands on top of his head. This must be the hybrid days. Right? I don't believe it, but if dinosaurs turn into birds, why can't they turn into freaking snakes? Oh no, 34 minutes. 34 minutes. I'm not even looking at certain things right now. I'm just trying to capture something quick. Underneath that eyelid, right, I don't care that this is dark because it really is dark. So it's dark right behind the eye, then it gets light. It's dark right in front of the eye, right? It's not perfect either. Eye is not perfectly round when you're actually drawing certain things like that. And that may be what's the distinguishing factor between that animal's eyeball and another, even if it's in the same type of thing, like all raptors or eagles specifically, or birds, it will come down to specific, that bird, like I was saying earlier. Oh wow, oof. See, there's so much line weight in that eyeball that the rest of it, it looks sleepy or old, or like a sleepy old bird. Um, right? You can't sit here and try and add more texture and shade your way into it looking nice. It'll either start off or not. But this is why I do 5 to 10 minute sketches. That eagle's eye is fornicated right now. I'm trying to feel the hell did I do wrong outside of trying to attempt to draw it. Um, yeah, I've drawn a nice eagle once. See? Um, yeah, I'm gonna be done with this eagle. I hope you guys like that video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to draw first. Do you want me to draw people? Do you want me to draw a certain type of person, a celebrity, another YouTuber? Things like that. Damn, that looks nothing like this reference image. But either way, I enjoyed drawing them. They gave me some time to warm up, to talk. It's very therapeutic for me to draw. It's my out, right? Some people go smoke, some people drive fast, some people beat their dogs. I like to draw. That's my therapy. It's kind of a self-therapy. I am the therapist. I am the patient. So either way, hopefully you guys understood what I was saying right there. And just for a quick rundown, oof, 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 no. Let's go to uniform. All right, so here's my bird. Bird stays on top because that's where they fly. Cats and dogs. If somebody wants to tell me that hyenas aren't dogs, they're definitely dog-like. I'll tell you that much. Alright, so this is a 5 to 10 minute sketch of a bird, a cat, and a dog-like hyena with a bad eye that doesn't look as bad as it did on the actual reference image. So either way, Apple Pencil, app Procreate 5.2 point something probably, iPad Pro 12.9 inch. It's PhDarien. Hopefully you enjoy the video, and I'm out.